This is Lisa Coors, and this is the Lisa Coors Show. Welcome. This is a really exciting series. This is called The Best of the Best in Fitness and Exercise for 2014. The shows you're going to be seeing, I'm going to be featuring top fitness instructors in the city of Cincinnati. You're going to get to hear their stories, how they got to where they are, and a lot about their exercises, what they do personally. I think you're going to feel extremely inspired when you hear these stories. Today, I'm going to bring to you Danny Calhoun and Lisa English, two phenomenal fitness instructors. They do two totally different things, and you're going to get to know them on a personal level and a professional level. So let's get started. So sit down on your couch, get your big bottle of water and some fruit or some good veggies, because remember, this is about being healthy. It's January 2014, and you may be seeing this later in the summer. Still, get your water, get something healthy to eat, and let's get ready to listen to some amazing people. First person I want you to meet is Danny Calhoun, and Danny is the owner of the Punch House, and he is also a professional boxer, fighter, and we really want to hear his story. So welcome today to my show.
Welcome, Lisa. Thank you for having me.
Oh, gosh. Danny, this is such a pleasure. I met Danny last year at the Women's Fitness Association, which is a nonprofit, Fitness Throwdown. And Danny actually taught boxing to a group of ladies, predominantly ladies, that came to the Throwdown. And I got to take his class and get in there with the gloves on, which was great. Yeah. So I want to hear your story, Danny. I know you played football for UC, but I want to hear where you're from, how you got here. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, that's right. I did play football for UC. I'm not originally from Cincinnati. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I got recruited to come to Cincinnati to play football for the Bearcats.
Awesome.
So around 3 years of playing football, I picked up the sport of boxing to stay in shape. Fell in love with it. Football, out the window.
Out the window,
boxing in the window. So from there, just fast forward, I'm here, owner of one of the best boxing gyms in the city, in the nation, I would say, and growing at lightning speed.
That's exciting stuff. And I'm not going to give you a hard time because you went to UC. I went to Xavier, by the way, but I still like Danny, so.
well, I'm a Xavier affiliate as well.
Yes, you are. You want to tell them a little bit about XLab that helped your business a lot.
So I went to business classes at the University of Cincinnati, which I got my degree in, but Xavier has a wonderful program called the XLab. So as I got into my business portion of my life with the Punch House, I decided that I needed a little bit more help, and I wanted to refine the things that I was already doing well. So XLab was a tremendous opportunity, and I took advantage of it. It's a great program, and met a lot of people, got a lot of resources, and it's a good program.
It's a great program. It's kind of like a mini MBA, and a lot of startup companies go there. Right. And it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free. Wow, what a great opportunity for you. So you grew up in Chicago. Tell me, and I know you pretty well now. By the way, he teaches me boxing at the Punch House. I go there and do one-on-one with him. I'm not really good at it, but you're from Chicago. What were you like as a kid? I mean, you went on to play football and you box and you own a business. What would your mother say right now? Or your father?
They would have never saw this coming. Okay. The person that I am today. Okay. In Chicago, it's rough growing up. You don't really have too many opportunities in the city other than to play sports, because you can't rely on, not to knock the public school education, you can't really rely on that when compared to the rest of the world. Wow. It's just a different level of education. So the odds were definitely against me as a child, but sports saved me.
Wow.
It kept me off of the streets. It kept me active, and it let me, want to be like Michael Jordan or the guys that I saw playing sports successful on television.
That's
so
awesome.
It helped out a lot, and I met a lot of good people that grounded me and taught me a lot of base things that I could take on for the rest of my life that I still do to this day. That's where my work ethic began as a little boy. Just conditioning my body, training hard, working as hard as you can to reach a goal. All of that started in Chicago as a kid.
Who inspired you?
A lot of people, you know, musicians, athletes, I mean, you name it. I just took good things from a lot of people that I looked up to. Of course, Michael Jordan in Chicago, every kid wanted to be like Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I'm never going to be like Mike, and probably
You
nobody.
know, I don't know about that, but
maybe in the business world.
Yeah.
Maybe in the business world.
Sure.
But just people like even Donald Trump,
Yeah.
you know, great entrepreneur. I look up to him. He's done a lot of things on a big scale. I mean, just a lot of people that are just really successful in the facet of what I'm doing in life. So business owners, athletes, those are the people that I kind of look up to at the highest level.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Why did you choose to open a boxing gym? I mean, why fitness? Why get people in shape? Because I know a lot of the stuff you do at the Punch House is group exercise. People come in after work or before work and do your circuits and box. I mean, why fitness? Why this boxing thing?
You know, I've been involved in fitness all my life. So it's a passion of mine. And when you learn how to translate a passion of yours into money, it doesn't get any easier than that. You never feel like you're working. And
you never feel like you're working.
It's just, I feel like I'm a lucky guy, for one. The people that I'm training and teaching how to get in shape and the things that I know about boxing, I feel like I'm just sharing a portion of my life with them. It's not work, and it's fun, and I love watching them learn, because I remember when I learned how to throw my first punch. And now, millions of punches later, undefeated professional boxer, I'm still throwing punches. So
that's awesome.
It's just fun. You know, it's not work to me. Boxing is a passion that I picked up in college while I was playing football, and I'm just sharing that passion with other people.
That's great. I've seen you fight twice already, and I know you've done many fights. Tell us about your last fight, where it was, and I mean, it was just a couple months ago.
Yeah, Thanksgiving weekend, November 30th at the Duke Energy Center.
Yeah.
I knocked this guy out in the second round. And it's not easy to knock a man out using just your hands.
Wow. He was a big guy. I mean, you're a big guy, but he was...
He was taller. He was about 6'5".
Yeah.
I'm only 6'1".
Wow.
But, you know, you got to reach up there and catch him.
To the audience out there, if you've never seen a live boxing match, I mean, this is amazing. And thanks to Buddy LaRosa, he's brought boxing back to Cincinnati. And way back in the day, they had boxing, but he's brought it back.
Buddy has been a sponsor of mine throughout my entire amateur career. And me and Buddy are still close to this day. He comes by the Punch House and we talk. I mean,
he's a neat guy, isn't he?
I told him he has to stop giving me pizza because it doesn't help my diet at all.
Oh, that pizza is so good. It does not help your diet, does it?
No.
Even the gluten-free he's making now, maybe it's a little bit better. But you're going to fight coming up.
Yeah, I just got news that I'll be fighting on Showtime. For you guys who have cable television, there's a show called Showbox, and they're coming to Cincinnati to the Taft Masonic Theater on February 7th.
Oh my goodness. And those of you locally, you've got to see this. Some of us grew up watching the Saturday night fights, the Friday night fights. I used to watch them with my dad. And this is something you got to see. And February 7th at the Taft, and really, really exciting. And I mean, talk about focused fitness. I mean, you guys get up there, and it is a show. It's amazing stuff.
Definitely.
So good luck to you on that.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit more about you. I want to know your hardest challenge in your life. We all, as professionals, get to a point where something is just literally like a door has shut. Have you had one of those major challenges?
I've had many major challenges. I could just speak about business and growing the Punch House. I mean, it makes it easier when you have a passion and you don't really mind working for free.
Right.
But Duke Energy, all of these companies, they're going to want their money, you know. So they're putting the pressure on you to pay the bills. So there was plenty of times where I just wanted to quit. And I said, hey, I just want to work a 9 to 5. This is too hard, you know. I have no money. But when I walked in the door and trained my clients, the smiles on their faces, the way their bodies were changing because of me and the product, I couldn't quit on them. You know, I couldn't quit on them, but it was very difficult for years for years.
Absolutely, it was.
And I paid my dues for sure. And right now I'm reaping the benefits of somebody who's
Some hard work, huh?
Yeah, some hard work,
Yeah.
some blood, sweat, and tears. You know, a couple of gray hairs.
Yeah. I don't see any yet. You're pretty young.
No gray hairs. That was a joke. That was a joke. Not yet. But I mean, that was very difficult. Just starting from the bottom and working your way all the way up to where my top is. People don't even see it. You know, they think I'm crazy when I talk about my vision.
Yeah.
But my top is in space somewhere. You know,
Exactly.
and I'm just shooting for the stars.
Yeah.
So-
You're living you're living your passion.
Yeah.
I don't ever hear you say, and I've known you for a little while now, you know, this is my career, this is my job,
No.
this is what I got to do. Oh, I got to get out of bed.
This is my life. This is me.
Yeah.
You know, and
you're
when
living it.
Yeah, I'm living it. I'm doing things. I'm showing people this is how you beat somebody up.
Yeah.
In front of thousands of people.
Exactly.
You have to train hard, get your body in shape,
Yeah.
your mind, everything has to be working 100%, you know,
Yeah.
pure. I mean, there's no cheating in boxing.
There's none.
If you cheat, it's gonna come out inside of that ring.
Wow.
You're gonna be in that ring for 3 minutes every round with another man that wants to knock your head off. He has a family, he has friends, he has supporters, and so do you.
Yeah.
And it's the ultimate way to decide who's the best, who's been working hard.
Yeah.
And I just send those, and I teach all of my clients those same values in order to be successful in the ring. And you could translate that to any part of your life.
That's very
it's
true.
just pretty simple. Work hard, stay consistent, take care of your body, treat people right. I mean,
Yeah.
all of that stuff means undefeated professional boxer.
Wow.
And you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the real deal, as you can see. And I think those of you sitting there on your couch watching TV tonight, woulda, coulda, shoulda probably comes to your mind. Like, there's people that live their life and they say, I should have done this, I would have done this, I could have done this. Danny's doing this, and this is proof that you can do this. And yeah, you start, I know how that is. I start with nothing.
Yeah.
And you work your rear off.
It's tough.
And it's tough stuff.
It's really tough.
So it sounds like, Danny, you have been a mentor. Do you mentor anybody?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yes.
People come to me with questions all the time. You know, and I can see it in their eyes. I look at them and I see I was there before. I know exactly what you're going through.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Being at the Punch House, Punch House is down by Xavier, good old Xavier University. And when I go down there, what's really neat is I see people of all ages in there.
Yeah.
I see these little, can you talk to me about those 3 young boys? They're the little guys.
Yeah.
And I see these young boys on treadmills.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about them? a little
Well,
bit?
I have 3 amateur fighters. One is actually turning professional next Saturday. And he's going to be fighting on Showtime. His name is Jamonte Clark.
Okay. He's how old?
He's about 19 years old.
Okay.
And he's about 6'4", 6'3", something like
Wow.
that. He's a tall guy, only 152 pounds, but he's fighting on Showtime next
Okay.
Saturday on
All right.
television. And he's been one of the #1 ranked amateurs in the United States
Wow.
for the past 3 years.
Wow.
We have two other young kids that fight in the junior Olympic division.
I've seen them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, these
Neat
kids
stuff.
start out at 4 years old. These kids are in junior high school, you know what I mean? Just babies, but both of them are also ranked #1 in the United States.
Wow. So, you know, as we, learn more and more about you, what would you like our audience to know? What do you want them to take away today?
Well, personally, like Lisa said, if you guys have something that you want to do with your life, you have a passion that you want to pursue, it's going to be tough, but at some point in time, you're going to have to make a decision, whether you suffer through the 9 to 5 and just mosey on through life, or whether you take a leap of faith and you take a chance and you're going to pay your dues. It's going to be tough in the beginning, but it can happen. You know, Lisa is an example. I'm an example. There's millions of people who are taking that leap of faith and taking it to the next level.
You got it.
So good luck
Yeah.
is one thing that I'll say. Support Lisa English. It's Lisa Coors.
Yeah,
Lisa
yeah.
English
Look
is on.
she's coming up next, by the way.
I'm working for you, but
Yeah.
support Lisa Coors. Hopefully you can support my business, the Punch House, and my professional boxing career.
Yeah. And thank you once again for joining us. We'll be right back with Lisa English. Another great interview coming up. welcome back to the Lisa Coors Show. I'm Lisa Coors, and we are doing a series on best of the best in fitness and exercise. You just met Danny Calhoun, and how fabulous was that to hear from a professional fighter, boxer, and owner of the Punch House. I'd like to introduce to you my next guest, Lisa English.
Hello.
And she is the owner of Beyond Fitness with Lisa. And I do have to say, she is the winner of the Women's Fitness Association Fitness Throwdown, which was last year. You got a really nice crystal trophy.
I did.
So congrats to you.
Thank you.
So welcome, and I'm so glad to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks.
Awesome. Tell us about yourself. Tell us where you're from. Tell us how you got into fitness. We want to hear your story.
Okay. Well, I'm from Cynthiana, Kentucky, so it's a small town. If you hear any accent, that's why.
Okay.
People catch it a little bit here and there. And I've moved up in this area. My first career was teaching, so that's what brought me up to this area.
Okay.
And I think as far as what brought me into the fitness industry, I have to say I think it was sort of a calling, and the fitness industry just it kept coming to me. It kept showing up. You know, I wanted to change my major from English education to health and PE education.
Wow. Okay.
And I was told, oh, don't do that. You'll never get a job. Be practical, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was always something I was doing and interested in, and it just evolved. I think, you know, I started doing some things part-time with clients while working in corporate wellness, and then just in the last year, did my thing.
You did your thing. I've taken Lisa's class, and a couple times you actually came to the Women's Fitness Association a couple months ago, and you taught your metabolic fitness training. Tell the Anderson residents, tell them about what metabolic fitness training is.
Okay, so I call metabolic fitness training, I think it's a buzzword out there, but the way that I approach it, it's a 30-minute max, 20 to 30 minute high intensity workout. So normally using weights, but we can just do body weight. And I incorporate a special protocol called rest-based training with my clients, which means that you're going to push as hard as you can push, and then you're going to rest when you need to rest.
Right.
So there's much more autonomy for those clients that might be new or beginners, and looking to get a hormonal response that is going to come from that type of exercise. It's efficient. It can help with that excuse that we have sometimes, I don't have time to exercise. It's really good for fat loss, overall conditioning and health, just so many things, and I love it. And I don't have time to work out for 2 hours a day anymore. And a lot of people that I'm dealing with are busy, so it's really an efficient form of exercise.
No, that's great. Now, do you have your own studio, or where?
I do, and I'm actually in transition.
Oh, fun.
I know. I've been training in an in-home studio, and I'm going to be moving to Hyde Park.
Excellent.
At 3330 Erie Avenue.
Awesome.
So hopefully by February we'll be open. But yeah, I just have outgrown it. Thank you.
It's great when you outgrow the space and you go to the new location.
Yes.
And her class, like I said, I've taken her class a couple times, and it is 30 minutes. And you get your butt whipped. I mean, you are just, you're like, wow. And it is great because people don't have an hour or two to work out. And when that's the big bang for your buck, is 30 minutes.
Absolutely.
So Lisa English, Beyond Fitness with Lisa, that's such great stuff. You being in the fitness industry, our fitness industry is changing.
Yes.
There needs to be a lot of other things to change, but where do you see the biggest concerns in our fitness industry? If you could name one.
Oh, let's see.
Or two.
I think that I would like to see maybe the face of fitness change, and some of that's driven by the media, but if you look at even in our industry, the publications, the magazines, the media, where those, what that face looks like, it's really unfortunate because it seems so attainable for most people. And so I think that'd be the one thing I would want to change. I want fitness to be something that's accessible to everyone. Everybody deserves to be able to have fitness as a part of their life, and they should. And I try to bring that to the people that I work with, and you know, you can work out at home even. So you don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to be super in shape or a certain size to be fit. And so that's the one thing.
Tell the people watching our show today, tell them what is the face of fitness. What are you seeing in these magazines? Because some people know exactly what you're talking about, and others are like, what's she talking about? Give us a little update of what you're saying.
Well, as a female, as a woman, but I think men have the same stereotypes too, or things unrealistic, maybe images that they're looking at. But you know, there's been a lot of attention about these. I think that you're seeing fitness competitors, which that is a totally different thing than just general fitness, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have done
the bare bodies is what you're talking about.
The bare bodies, and you're totally ripped and striated, and you have veins everywhere, and really low body fat percentage. And the thing that people need to know is that the majority of those people they don't look like that year round. It's a very small percentage of the time. It's not healthy for your metabolism. It's not healthy for your body, you know, to be in that state, and they're doing that for a very specific purpose. So for general fitness, it's not necessarily what the end goal needs to look like.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I get kind of sick and tired sometimes. You pick up any fitness magazine and it's some girl in a skimpy outfit or some guy in a skimpy outfit, and I'm like, that's not what our population looks like.
No.
I mean, you know, if you, like you say, if you're competing or you're a super athlete, but it does need to change, and some of the professionalism has been lost too.
I agree. I agree, and I think that's unfortunate. I think that there are some improvements happening, though. I think that we have a lot of really strong fitness professionals, women and men, in the industry who get it. They want to help people. They want to work with the average population, that person that might be intimidated to walk into a gym or pick up a piece of equipment or be in a class. And people shouldn't be afraid of fitness. And they also shouldn't be thinking, I'm speaking more to the women at this point, that I think the body shaming, either way you go, I get so tired of, we hear so-and-so in the celebrity world, oh, they're too fat, they're too thin, they have a thigh gap, they have, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. It has nothing to do with your fitness level. And
it's terrible.
You know, just the physical, like, body, to me, there's so many more components to fitness. And a lot of it really, in my mind, is, what about mental fitness? What about your emotional fitness? The whole wellness part of it that is really important.
Now, thank you for sharing that. I think that really gives us a personal perspective of our lovely fitness industry. Tell me about someone who's inspired you. You have done so much with your career at a young age, and you keep building and living your passion. We talked about with Danny last time.
Yes.
Who's inspired you?
Oh my gosh, you know, well, first of all, my parents.
Your parents
definitely have inspired me. They are always incredibly supportive of the things that I do, even when they don't understand maybe the path that I take, because it's not a traditional path. My dad, I remember telling me when I was young, you can do anything you want to do. And I don't think I really believed that until in the last year or so. I've worked with different mentors in the industry. I have hired coaches. I believe in working with those people who are successfuling doing what it is that you want to do. You know, other people who are doing things and making a positive impact are people who inspire me. And honestly, my clients that I get to work with inspire me every single day.
It's the greatest. I don't even think it's a job.
Oh my God, no, it's not.
You walk in and you go, I want to go to work today.
Yeah.
And it's a great feeling.
When I see the things that they are doing that they didn't think they could do, or the different challenges and obstacles that they have to overcome every single day just to get that workout in, or you know, get that healthy meal in, or balance their schedules, it's very inspiring.
Yeah, you know, you wake up in the morning sometimes, and I hear so many people say, I hate what I do. I hate my job. And I love how you said, you know, your family, your parents, always like, you can do anything you can. And to those of you, especially the younger folks sitting there on your couch watching our show, there are things you want to do, and you need to do them. And it's the people that get in the way. They say, you can't do it. You're not smart enough. You're not this. You just got to keep going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you have to get out of your own way. That was one of the things that, you know, we all have that internal dialogue that comes from, I mean, everybody has fears, and no, it comes from different places. It's natural. And you have to be the one to decide that you're going to be able to do something.
I agree with
and not
you.
let even your parents.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my parents have always, I think, been supportive, but I think there have been times when, you know, when I was younger, the message that I heard was go to school, get a degree in something practical.
Practical.
Where you can get
Yeah.
a job.
Oh, yeah.
And try not to take too many risks because we want you to be, they want you to be safe. They want you to be secure and
Sure.
stable and take care of
Sure.
yourself
Sure.
and not see anything go wrong. And I understand that and I appreciate that, but I think that without any risk, you really miss out on a lot of rewards.
You can't grow till you change and take
no.
risks. That's for sure. You talked about mentors. Do you have anybody right now that has really been guiding you?
Well, I have a few people. I like I said, I have a couple of business coaches and neither one of them live here.
Okay, okay.
But I would say that Metabolic Effect is a company, and
Okay.
that's where I came across this style of training and got my
Awesome.
specialty certification through them. So Dr. Jade Tita is one of the founders of that
Oh,
company. He's a
okay, great.
naturopath and a trainer, and I've learned so many things from them just about business, about personal development, about training, about working with
neat
people, and that's probably been one of the biggest influences, you
Good
know, in the
stuff.
last year or so.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up the show today, what would you like our Anderson residents who are watching you today, what do you want them to take away? What do you want them to learn from you?
I think, well, personally about me is that I'm human. You know, I make mistakes, and so I get it. I understand. I think people think trainers know everything or they don't ever have challenges, and that's not true.
No,
So I definitely can relate to those things. I also think that the biggest challenge that I've had to overcome and that I try to help others overcome is fear and self-doubt. It's the biggest thing that gets in the way. Fear of failing, fear that you can't do it, you're not good enough, whatever it is. It holds you back. And I also think the one thing I would want people to take away from me today is if you are in a place where everything else that you've tried has not worked, I have a different way of working with people that, especially with women, I think I can help.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that if you come in and you know, try it out, you'll like it.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Well, thank you for inspiring today. You really, you know, this just makes me understand that you can be a personal trainer and have a career and make money and be successful. And it's the future of fitness, and it's actually the present for us.
Yes.
So thanks again for being here today and
Thank
sharing
you.
your story. Thank you for watching us today. I hope you got inspired by Danny Calhoun, Lisa English. What great stories we've heard today. I want to know what you are going to change, one thing in your life, positive, to grow. It's time to grow. This is Lisa Coors from The Lisa Coors Show. Thank you.